Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another review. And today we're going to be looking at the Chromebook Volume 2 by Dede Signature, which I've had here for a while now, but I was just kind of swamped with everything else. So I'm going to show you 3 looks with this palette, swatches, and tell you a little bit about what I think of this palette and describe the shades for you as well. So hopefully you will enjoy that. In case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, I love eyeshadows especially. And this is my first time trying Dede Signature. And spoiler alert, wow, it is gorgeous. This is one of the looks that I created with it, and I'm so beyond happy with this palette. So let me pop up the close-up swatches and the like kind of everything, and let me describe you all the shades. So first up we have the shade Night, which is like a turquoisey shade in the pan that flips to this super vibrant aquamarine blue. It is the most gorgeous shade. I love the way it looks. Then we have the shade Fierce, which in the pan it looks like a corally pinky orange that in sunlight, in a direct sunlight, it turns into this super vibrant pink, like very vibrant magenta pink. It has a beautiful shine to it, and it has a bit of like peachiness when I flip it away from the sunlight. And then we have the shade Empress, which is a very interesting, almost like a silver to champagne sparkle. So it has that like warmth and then cool tone as well, and it's very vibrant, very sparkly and very light inner corner shade with a hint of minty green there when it flips to this like more silvery side. Then we have Paramount, which is a deep scaly green shade in the palette, or like in the pan, that flips to this super vibrant purple. For me, this is a perfect Halloween shade, that like green to purple. That's exactly what I associate with Halloween. Then we have Royalty, which looks like a really warm orange gold that flips to this super vibrant green neon gold. Very beautiful shade again, very vibrant and very punchy. And we have Milady, which is a lot softer particles, like it's very finely milled, and it's like a cool toned. This shade is mostly like pinky purple with a little bit of like a gray happening as well. But when I had it on my eyes, or when I swatch it, it actually looks very silvery in the swatch. Then the shade Superior, in the palette, it looks just like a very flaky, soft gold shade. But when it flips, it actually has a lot of green, kind of like cooler toned, minty like green. Very nice flip. I do enjoy these types of shades a lot. And I actually have that today in my inner corner. Then we have Monarch, which is like a soft lavender purple. And in a direct sunlight, it flips a little bit toward like cool toned bluey green, but a very soft cool tone blue green, like a very light shade. Then we have Queen, which has kind of like a rusty reddish brown base with this like steely blue sheen to it, and it flips in direct light to this super vibrant purple shine. Then we have Supreme, which in the pan it looks kind of like a softer, mostly blue with a little bit of green based shimmer that flips to this really light cool toned green, and it also has a bit of purple in there as well. And I would say it's like a lighter version of the shade Paramount with a opposite flip. So like Paramount starts as green and flips to purple, and this one starts as like blue purple and flips to green, and it's lighter in both of these versions. Then we have Ambassador, which in the palette it kind of looks like a gold sparkle on a reddish purple base, but it actually flips and shines kind of like blue, and then it flips to green gold. So this one is definitely an interesting shade to look at and to have on your eyes. Then you have Duchess, which is like a warm reddish orange that has quite a bit of goldy sparkles in there, and it has a lot of pinky peachy sheen to it as well. Then you have Pierce, I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce that, which is a very vibrant green, kind of like a forest green, but a very vibrant one. Then you have Echory, which is a super vibrant, deeper purple, very Halloweeny purple in my opinion. And then you have Courtier, which is like a deep aubergine, plummy shade, like it's a very deep purple that has that kind of like browiness a little bit. And I really like the fact that you have a deep matte with this, because I usually, if I have mostly shimmer palette, I like to use the mattes just for like a liner look and then just fill it with shimmers. So for me this is perfect. And yeah, I have like warm green, or like mostly warm green, then I have the purple, and then I have like deeper, almost black shade. So I do really enjoy that, and I do enjoy that the shimmers are all different colors and all different flips, and you can kind of do pretty much anything. Like this is like a rainbow, sparkle rainbow, literally, and when the sun hits it, this is so gorgeous. So definitely let me know what shade is your favorite, and now let's just look at all of these looks that I created. Okay, so for this last look that I'm actually gonna walk you through. From the matte shades, we haven't used the Courtier. I think that's how you pronounce that. And then for shimmers, we haven't used these two. Fierce and Superior, as far as I remember. I hope I'm not missing anything, but yeah. We're gonna actually start with the shade Courtier, because I want to see how it's gonna look like, and I'm gonna use it kind of in the outer part of the crease. Let me find a nice brush for that. So far I've been really enjoying this palette. The mattes so far, even though there's only two of them, they have been really nice. Let me actually zoom you in. Also, sorry if you can hear a noise from outside, but I had to keep the window open because like it is so hot in here and I really cannot function. But the matte has been really nice. By the way, I've used my Wet n Wild Mega Last primer. It's a primer that I've been using for, I don't know, 3 months now, maybe more. Actually, probably more. And I've been really enjoying it. This is a really nice, like, berry deep shade, like a red wine shade, kind of. The mattes are really smooth in this palette and, like, really nice. I'm gonna show you 2 other looks with it afterwards. But they feel really smooth, they feel really nice, they're really good to play with. So I can definitely tell that I'm gonna love the new, like, I don't know how it's called, but the kind of kaleidoscope themed palette, which is very colorful. I think I'm gonna love that a lot. And I wouldn't mind trying more of their matte formula, because I think it's a really nice one. I'm actually like quite surprised because I know that Dede Signature is known for their shimmers, so this just makes me very, very happy to know that they can also do really nice mattes. Because like, even though I love shimmers more, and it's definitely like a lot more important for me if the shimmers are good, like you can't make a look without a nice matte shade either. You kind of need both. I'm definitely okay if there's only like 1 or 2 nice matte shades and the rest can be shimmers. Like, that's not a problem for me. I know some people need like a lot of matte shades, but for me, like, it's fine. But at least 1 matte shade that is like really nice, I think is good to have. And obviously, like, I can use matte in my other palettes. It's just, you know, nice one to have. And if a palette only has 1 matte, I would prefer it to be like black or something dark. So I like that it's here and available like that. Now I'm gonna use my Delicious Delights palette. And what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do pink or are we gonna do... this is complicated. I'm gonna use the shade Marshmallow to blend it out and in the inner part of the crease. Because why not? So the shade Marshmallow. Just to like blend everything. And I think we're gonna do cut crease as well. Because why not, right? I've been really into like pinky yellow and pinky blue, pinky green looks lately. Like that's been kind of my obsession. It's probably because it's spring, because usually in spring and summer that's really something that I go for all the time. I'm kind of annoying with that, but you know, what can you do? So I'm just gonna use it like this, and I think I've mixed these two palettes for all of the looks, if I remember correctly. I did the two looks like 3 or 4 days ago. I wanted to do this last look way sooner, but I was swamped and I had so much work and also a lot of kind of tasks that I had to do for my uni, so you know, I just was too tired to actually film. I did a really nice look yesterday with different palette, and I didn't even film it for my weekly makeup look, so I'm gonna have to redo that. And I mean, I wanted to redo that anyways because I didn't film it even as a Instagram reel, and it's a really nice look that I haven't really done before, so I would like to do that. Now I'm just using my NYX glitter primer. No, wait, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to first do cut crease. Seriously, am I so stupid? I'm gonna use this Super Stay Concealer by Maybelline. I have mine in the shade 10, and I'm just gonna cut my crease, literally. Okay, that's a bit too much product. I like this concealer for that because it's self-setting and it's quite pigmented. And like, it's not matte, but it's definitely self-setting, which definitely makes it a lot easier for me. Okay. I hate that my eyes are like hooded differently, especially in this area, because it's so hard to do this evenly and not mess it up. But I think it's similar, so now I'm just gonna like, just with my finger, I'm gonna blend out the edges here. Okay. Now you could be smart and use a brush, but not smart, and so I don't use a brush. I'm just gonna like slightly even it out over here. Yeah, it's fine. This is more than okay. And I'm actually gonna use from the Delicious Delights this shade Minty for this area, because I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna look nice and I want to. So that's for the shade Minty. So just gonna re-intensify the outer part, and then we're gonna use the NYX glitter primer and go for the shimmers. So yeah, let me just kind of re-intensify over here and over here. And now let's go with the NYX glitter primer. And I actually found out that with this formula from Dede Signature, you really don't need much. Like, teeny tiny little like bead-sized amount is enough for one eye. At least it has been for me. And I do have hooded eyes, and they are pretty oily. Okay, now, so, where am I gonna start? Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna use Fierce. I'm gonna use Fierce, right? I don't know. So Fierce over here in this area. Oh, this is so shiny. Maybe I should have used it in the other part. Well, I've already used it here, so this is so nice. It doesn't look coral at all, and it is coral. And like, no matter how I flip it, like, it goes from this very vibrant pink to coral to like peach. Like, I don't know how we're getting this like seafoamy greeny purple out of it. I really don't know. Like, I think it's just that these shades are so iridescent, so like you can literally use them over any matte shade and it will work. And oh my god, this happened on its own. I didn't have to do anything. Now I'm gonna use the shade Queen, this shade, which looks like it has like a rustic red base, and then these like flakies that are like green blue, but they also shine like really vibrant purple when they're next to a light source. It reminds me of one of the shades in the Serpent palette by Makeup Beauty Shop that I do like a lot. Okay, yeah, that is so pretty. Yeah, maybe I should have switched them up, but whatever. At least I know that for next time. That's the only thing that I guess is annoying about multichromes for some people. Not for me. Like, I don't mind that. I like to be surprised, but the fact that you don't know how it's gonna look like, because it really depends on the pigmentation that is in there and your base and everything, and it's gonna look different all the time, so you just kind of don't know. But I find that to be fun and cool. Then for the inner corner, I'm gonna use the shade Superior because we haven't used that yet, and this one is kind of like a light peachy gold that goes to this super vibrant green, like very vibrant light lime green. It is a very interesting shade that I've been dying to try. I wanted to do it, I wanted to use it for a green look that I did, but then I had other shades that I also wanted to use, so oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. I think this is gonna be a very pretty shade. It is a bit flakier than the rest of them, like at least from trying to gather it on the brush. Like, it is flakier. It has bigger particles, but I think it's gonna be fine. It's probably just like using it for the first time. So yeah, that's a really nice inner corner highlight. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye, but before that, I'm gonna use the shade Duchess on the lower lash line. And this one looks like it's not as flaky and as like emollient as the others. It looks slightly drier, like not dry at all, but you know, compared to the rest of the palette, I think it's drier. Oh yeah, and you don't have to spray it to get it to stick to your face. Should I do this blue? Yeah, I want to kind of like break it apart, so yeah, I'm gonna use this like really vibrant blue in the waterline, and I'll be right back with the full look. Okay, so here's the final look. It's like a very simple look, but it's really hot, so I don't really feel like doing something elaborate, but let me zoom you in. For this look, as you can see, like it is so pretty. I just used the Soul Manager liner from Oden's Eye in the shade 9. And then my Essence Slash Princess mascara. The two primers that I use all the time. My Rimmel Kind and Free concealer. Revolution Fast Base Blush in the shade Peach. And then from the Chromebook, I've used the shade Monarch as my face highlighter. It is so beautiful. And I think this look is gorgeous. I think the way the eyeshadows feel, the way that they look, they're so sparkly, so shiny, so wet looking. They don't crease at all throughout the whole day. One of the days I've definitely worn it like 14 hours and there was no creasing happening. So I would definitely say that this is a gorgeous, gorgeous formula that works wonderfully. And I'm gonna reach for these shimmers a lot because they're just stunning. They're just absolutely wonderful. And so many different colors, like you have pinks, purples, blues, greens, yellows, warm tones, cool tones, everything. And it's a really nice formula. It is a very, very gorgeous formula that I'm enjoying very, very much. So let me show you the two other looks and how it went for me. Hi guys, so here's my first look with the Chromebook palette by Dede Signature. This is the Chromebook Volume 2. And it is this beautiful shimmery palette with 3 matte shades. I still don't know how I'm gonna do 3 looks with this one because like it's gonna be hard. But anyways, I wanted to do this like liner look, so I started with the shade Pierce. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Last primer underneath. And then on my lid, for matte shade, I actually used my Bendo's eyeshadows, which is this shade called Matcha Cookie from the Merry Christmas palette from Uden's Eye. I just have it repressed in this tiny palette. And then I also used the Hella by Uden's Eye in collaboration with Angelica. And I used the shade Rebirth in the inner corner and kind of blending out the entire crease area just so that I have a little bit more of like a, you know, just so that it blends a little bit better. Let me actually zoom you in a bit so that you can see the look better. Then I have my NYX glitter primer, and from the shades I started with the shade Paramount in the second half of the lid, and it is beautiful, like berry pink going into green. So here it looks like a turquoisey scaly green, but here it's like berry pink purple. Then I have the shade Royalty in the first half, and it is like a kind of like a soft champagne going into goldy orange, going into vibrant like yellowy green. It is a very beautiful multi-chrome. I don't know how well you'll see that, but it is stunning, like genuinely. I don't know how to describe this shade. And then I have Empress in the inner corner. This one's kind of like a silvery with champagne-y flips, so it has like warmth and cool tone, and it also has like a little bit of minty green in there as well. So again, very, very beautiful. Like, I can't believe how shiny this is. It was very easy to apply. It was super quick look. And yeah, it feels wonderful. It's not sticky or gritty or flaky or anything like that. So far, at least. Like, I don't know if all of the shades are like that, but so far it looks that way. And they're super shiny, sparkly, and multi-chromy. Like, when I open the palette, it really flips a lot. And I have this deep green in my multi-line. I have my Essence Lash Princess Mascara. As always, then I have the Rimmel Garden Free Concealer in the shade 10 Fair. As a blush, I've actually used this Winnie the Pooh palette by Colourpop, and I have the shade Oh Bother. It's supposed to be shimmer shades, but Colourpop doesn't really have sparkly shades, so... And this is like peachy pink. I decided that that's gonna be nice. And then as a highlighter, I have the Hella palette, and I've used the shade Double Sided as my highlighter. So, and I think it creates like a really nice combo, and it looks really good with the eye look. And then oh, and on my lips I have this Udens Eye and Annette's lipstick. This is from the Legendary Diversa, and it's the shine one in the shade Mythic Rose. So that's what's on my lips, and so far nothing bad against this palette. I think it's really, really nice quality. It shines like crazy, and it looks very pretty. So yeah, I just wanted to do like one basic look because I don't have time, and hopefully tomorrow it's gonna be a lot more interesting. So hi guys, so here's the second look with the Chromebook palette by Dede Signature. And today for this look, first up I started with my Sweet as Can Be palette by Colourpop. It's the Winnie the Pooh collection, and I mixed the shades Macaroon and Best Friends to use them on my brows. So this got to be brow gel. Then I have my Wet n Wild Mega Last Eyeshadow Primer that I've been using a lot lately. Then I have my Salmon Gel Liner in the shade 09 from Udens Eye. I have my Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is the False Lash Effect Mascara. Then I have my Revolution Fast Base Blush in the shade Peach. I've used the... Sorry, there's like a mess here. I've used the Rimmel Garden Free Concealer in the shade 10 Fair. Then I have the Delicious Delights for highlighter. Sorry, yeah, highlighter. And it's the shade Delicious. It's like white-based blue iridescent shade. And yeah. Oh, and very noticeable part that I forgot, Glisten Cosmetics and Lin's water activated liner palette, and I've used this shade called Maximum Slay. Is that? Yes, Maximum Slay. It's very light blue. Yeah, and I just have like a line here and then 3 little dots here, because I just wanted like a graphic look, but to be like very quick. And that's the only thing that I kind of managed to do. I think I've had a lipstick, but I can't find it. It's one of the lipsticks from Legendary Diversa collection by Uden's Eye, and it's from the Annette's collab, and it's this like kind of like pinky color, and like, well, not pinky, like warm pink color. I don't know how to explain that. There's a bit of coral there happening, and it's like a very shiny lip gloss, but I don't remember the name of it, and I genuinely can't see it anywhere. And like, my room is not big, and it's just like little square, so I should be able to see this. But yeah, it probably fell somewhere, or yeah, I don't know. But that's for this look. And again, the shade, wonderful. And I've worn this look for what, 14 hours, I think, and there's no creasing, like, at all, which I was slightly worried, because some of these shades are quite, well, not jelly, but like they are squishy, but like there's absolutely no creasing, as you can see. Like, it's completely fine. Yeah, this is just impeccable. I love this. I think I'm gonna use this palette a lot, and that just makes me very happy. I would just wish for this to be magnetic. That would make me just absolutely lose my shit. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Wait, no, actually, in this video, this is the last look that you'll see, but for me, it's the second one. So let me know which look was your favorite, if you've enjoyed any of them, and let me know if you've had any palettes or any product from Dede Signature. I would really love to know, kind of like, what is your experience with them, and if you have some like favorite palettes, definitely let me know which ones, because I would love to kind of broaden my collection of Dede Signature. I definitely want the new launch, the like the colorful one. I can't remember how it's called, but I think it was supposed to be like kind of like kaleidoscope themed. Definitely let me know down below, and I'll be super happy to see you in another video. Bye.